see the candles come as the year gone by. All thrive for perfection now, and consumption so high.
Hey friends, it's Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a decorating video. As you can see, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas around my house. I have my tree up in my dining room. I also have one in my living room. And for today's video, we're going to be decorating my kitchen in the gingerbread and candy cane theme, just like I did for my coffee and hot cocoa bar in the last video, which I will link if you have not yet seen it. All right, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's just jump right in. Here's an overview of how my kitchen currently stands, and as you can see, my coffee and hot cocoa bar are already decorated for Christmas. And as a matter of fact, before filming this video, I went ahead and restocked what needed to be restocked on my coffee hot cocoa bar, so you may notice that the M&Ms are new. Perhaps M&Ms are not a normal hot cocoa bar item. In fact, my teenage daughter questioned me about that idea yesterday, and I told her they go on top of the whipped cream with the sprinkles. In my opinion, you can put anything you want to on your hot cocoa bar. Here I'm showing you the gingerbread plate I found from the Dollar Tree for $1.25, of course. And then I just borrowed that cloche cover off of something else. I really do need some cookies under there, don't I? So for today's video, I'm pretty excited about being able to decorate those shelves above my coffee bar in gingerbread for the first time. If you haven't been following me, they're relatively new. My husband just put them in probably a couple months ago. Of course, my kitchen counters will also be decorated in Christmas gingerbread decor. And then I also have this area above my pantry and refrigerator that will also be a gingerbread village. So I have a lot to do, a lot to decorate, and I have a lot of new pieces to use this year. I'm starting off with this tray. It's kind of a farmhousey tray, and I'm just adding this thrifted gingerbread boy to him. He has a little cutout in the back where I've inserted some of my balloon lights. The lights can be directional and roll the wrong way, so I was adjusting it. And then I added the pitcher with some greenery. The greenery is a bit of a mix of things, but I especially wanted to add some of these eucalyptus, and you'll see why in a second. Then I'm going to add this cute little gingerbread girl pic. I wish I could remember where she's from. Then working my way to the front, I'm going to add this Ray Dun candle. I don't use a whole lot of Ray Dun anymore, but around Christmas, I still like a lot of those cutesy things. And then I'm going to add this little tree. It was from Walmart a couple years back. Then I'm going to use these Ray Dun dishes, but this time I'm going to turn the words to the inside so you can't see them. To that, I'll add some peppermint candies, and I'll top it off with this ornament that I've had for, I don't know, a couple decades probably. Oh, and last of all, I have this little Christmas tree, which was also an ornament, by the way. You can still buy them from Walmart. And I figured I'd go ahead and throw a light into that too, because why not? I have one more finishing touch to put on this tray, and that is a bow. So here you see me making a really simple bow. I've already shown how to make these on my channel before, so I'm not going to bore you with the details, but I'm just tying it on to the middle and cutting the ends. And that's my completed tray. I figured I'd go ahead and light the candle for you as well. Next, we're going to add some wreaths to the back of the chairs, and then we'll move on to the open shelves above my coffee bar and the rest of my kitchen. So I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I don't know what I'm doing here. I've never tried to attach wreaths to wicker chairs, so I decided to go ahead and put a command hook right here on the bottom of the back of the chair, and then I'm just tying a bow and attaching them, and I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but it's working, so I'm gonna go with it. And now you can probably tell why I wanted the eucalyptus in the tray, because I wanted it to match the wreaths on the chairs, so they kind of go together. And if you're wondering, those wreaths came from Amazon. The bows and the ribbons were included, by the way, so I can link those if you're interested. Now it's time to decorate my open shelves, and I'm starting off with this train. I like this train, however, I do wish that it lit up. This year I found a lot of cute gingerbread trees from TJ Maxx, so you'll see quite a few of those. That's the first one from TJ Maxx. Then this sign was from Dollar Tree maybe 5 years ago. This cute little gingerbread boy is from Hobby Lobby. I've always liked the shape of him. Some of my gingerbread I've collected over time, and some of it is new this year. This is a house that I've had for a couple of years now. This is another tree that was from TJ Maxx this year. You'll see that I have another one similar, it's just bigger. I probably shouldn't bore you with where I found everything, so if you have any questions about where I found something and I don't mention it, please don't hesitate to ask me in the comments.
And some company values that I hold close. So Christmas, no need to be perfect, just don't wanna be here alone.
I like to use risers to stagger the heights of things, and they're pretty as well, but I just think that it helps to draw the eye up and around, which helps keep things interesting. And then I was trying to add some splashes of red, and then I thought about the truck idea. So even though it's not gingerbread, I somehow think it still kind of fits in here. And I'm going to add a gingerbread tree to the truck, and I think that'll help pull it together with the rest of the gingerbread. I recently found this ornament for about $2 from Walmart, so I figured I'd find a place for him too. The last thing I'm going to add to these shelves is the wooden snowflakes. I thought about adding some garland to the shelves, but I thought that might take away from the decor on the shelves, and I didn't want to go overboard. So let me know what you think. I thought I'd first give you a close-up of how everything turned out, and then I'm going to back up the camera so you can get a better idea of how everything looks together. In just a moment, we'll switch to decorating my kitchen counters. We're going to start off on the left side of the sink, and I'm going to start with a riser. This is going to be to hold our soap. This little soap dispenser is from Hobby Lobby. I don't think I've seen them yet this year. However, sadly, I haven't been to Hobby Lobby as much this season as I wanted to. And then this little Santa mug is I think it's a vintage mug, but I recently thrifted it for 90 cents. And I thought it would look really cute used as a little scrub brush holder. If you've been following me, you know that I'm already making Christmas cookies, and I always make these every single year, these candy cane cookies. I think they're so pretty, and they're also fun to hang on the edge of a mug. You just have to hang them in front of the handle so they don't tilt over. This lamppost was a recent find from the at-home store, and the same night that I was there, I found this cat as well. And, you know, I have to have a cat because I love cats. They're my favorite animal, and I'm always telling everybody that. I currently have 7 cats. I'm down 1, unfortunately, as of this past month. So now I'm going to give you a quick overview of how this side of the kitchen turned out before moving to the area next to my stove and the rest of my kitchen.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm.
This adorable girl and boy are salt and pepper shakers. They're from the Cracker Barrel, and I don't go to the Cracker Barrel very much, but every once in a while I like to. I keep hearing that they're closing. I think mine is still open locally, but maybe just for a little while longer. I don't know. Have you heard anything? The bow was an afterthought, but I really think it pulled it all together. This little gingerbread boy was from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just gonna stick him in with the utensils. And then last of all, for this area, I have this peppermint candy pick from Hobby Lobby, and I think it plays off nicely next to the bow.
In heavenly peace.
I thought about putting bows on the knobs of those canisters where I have my flour and oats, but I didn't have enough ribbon.
Holy night.
I found this set of Christmas towels from HomeGoods. There's 3 different kinds, and it was $7.99. I couldn't decide which one I wanted to use on the bowl. I started off with the boring one because I was afraid it would be too busy. But as you'll see in the end, I went with the red and green one because I decided it needed more color.
Heavenly hosts singing hallelujah.
At this point, I decided it needed a gingerbread character in the center of the bowl, so I dug one up. I wish it was a little bigger, but I think she'll work. I'm going to add a couple more things to this corner. I have this ceramic gingerbread house that opens up. I had bought some candy for it, but my family ate it. That's just a fact. So I guess I'm gonna have to get more. And then, of course, I have a peppermint tree and this little gingerbread man. I think this area turned out really cute. I'm just gonna go ahead and add those last two towels over here to my stove, and then we're gonna decorate the area above my refrigerator and pantry. I'm just using some scrap pieces of fleece as like a base for snow. And the fleece is perfect for covering up books or risers, whatever I want to use underneath the different items. So at this point, I decided to go ahead and decorate the rest of my village up above off camera just because it's so much easier. So with the magic of editing, here it is, the final result. Gingerbread is so classic, it'll never go out of style, at least I hope it never will. There's something so magical about a gingerbread village. And as you can see, I added some lights as well, some twinkle lights, which just adds to the magic. The only thing that I would change about this gingerbread village, and I guess you wouldn't really say it's a change, but it's more an addition, is that I would like to add more people, but I kind of ran out of money for my gingerbread budget this year. So next year, hopefully, I will have more people in my village. I know I didn't show this earlier, but how sweet is this family? I found this at the Burlington that opened up local to me just recently, and they were $12.99 as soon as I saw them. I thought they are going to look really cute on top of my refrigerator, and I think they do. And then I thought I'd show you a close-up of the rug that's in front of my sink. I know that I definitely don't have the biggest kitchen by any stretch of the imagination, but I like it. I like how it turned out. When I decorate it, I try really hard to use every inch, and I also try hard to strike a balance between decorating and functionality, because if my kitchen isn't functional, it becomes a point of stress. In less than a minute, I'm going to close out this video face to face, but I'm just giving you one last glance of everything and how it turned out. Please don't hesitate to ask me any questions about anything you've seen today. If you are new, my name is Rachel. I'm a homeschooling mom. My family lives in the beautiful Wisconsin woods. My channel is all about decorating and homemaking, both of which I try to do on a budget. I invite you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, but no pressure to do so. I'm just glad that you're here. There is one last thing I'll show you, and that is this picture from Hobby Lobby. If you've been following me, you know I like Billy Jacobs pictures because they're always beautiful country scenes, and although this isn't a Billy Jacobs, it certainly looks like it could be. So before we close, I just wanted to explain something really quickly. In my last video, I talked about a gingerbread cookie jar that I had ordered from Aldi. Now, although I ordered it, what they actually sent me was a ceramic Christmas tree. They said it was a replacement because they didn't have the gingerbread house. Well, I didn't want a Christmas tree. I don't know why they sent that as a replacement because they're not really the same thing, or they're not even similar. So I sent it back and they're out of stock. So I guess it wasn't meant to be, but I wanted to explain that and just tell you what happened. And then I wanted to mention one more thing, and that is these cookie cutters. They're over the mug edge cookie cutters. And I talked about these in my community post on Sunday. If you don't know, every Sunday I kind of talk about my week in a community post. And then I also do like a Bible verse and usually some pretty scenery or something like that. But I mentioned these cookie cutters and how I found them on Amazon, and I intended to bake some cookies with them to show you how they work. See, they go on the mug on the edge because there's like these little gaps in the bottom of the cookies, or they make little gaps. So hopefully I will get these made this week, and then maybe what I'll do is I'll just include it as a second picture on my community post for this Sunday, assuming I get these baked this week, which I should have time to do that. All right, that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to like this video. I'd really appreciate it. That really helps my channel. I know I always ask, but it really does help. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I really had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. All right, that's all I have. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, stay thankful.